like
It's one of the more. It's one of like the most well-known Achievement Hunter Let's Plays.
It wouldn't take 2 hours to go from end to end on the GTA 5 map in a car.
Well, then this map's probably
wouldn't.
bigger.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't.
The fuel map's
It
huge.
would take like 10 minutes, maybe.
Daisy would
Well,
take
once
a
you
bit.
get out of the city, it would take no time.
Daisy's the only game I can think of that's like big enough that you can
Keep in
actually
mind, there's like
take a long
terrain because
time
they're
to
trying to
walk.
go like
But, like,
directly diagonal,
big
like,
and
not
having
roads
nothing
nowhere,
there
so like
is
there's canyons
just as
and
bad.
stuff.
as, like,
Well, I mean, in
Daisy
Daisy
has
there's some
nothing
stuff,
there.
but-
Like, it's so empty.
Welcome to the
There are lots of
podcast,
cities and towns.
Ooh, lots.
episode
Yeah.
48.
Fuck
No,
that game.
I'm eating peanut butter
You
and
don't
bread
play
right
it.
And very loud.
Yeah.
now. I can't.
This is Alex.
He's gross.
I'm Maddie. This is
Hi.
Luke.
I believe Jesus
That's
will find.
Nick. This is Connor.
Today's topic.
And that's
Sorry.
same. And then we have Alex, number 3.
Today's topic is what if Jesus won?
Whoa, hold on.
Why did you
This
say
is,
three?
this is,
Smil?
Smule. We
No.
got Smule.
We don't want to give him any sort of
Oh.
shape or
That
size.
wasn't Smule.
Why don't you draw Smule for that? I'm gonna try and draw him.
We should
for
all
5
draw.
minutes.
One day we'll all draw a smule based on our own interpretation.
And it has to be
And then we'll put it all into like what would your baby look like, and just like find the amalgamation of all of those drawings, and that will be Smule.
And then what?
And then that's it. Then we
Okay,
kill
that's-
ourselves.
that's-
Then we burn
Do
everything
they?
down.
Is there like websites like that where they like take 2 pictures and then say what would your baby look
They
like?
just, they just mush them together. So you could do it like
But I don't
They
think
take like a
two.
stock baby photo and take your face and the other person's face and just kind of go, rip.
So maybe we go one by one. So we take like Alex's interpretation with Maddie's,
And then
we
take
Maddie's
that,
Luke's,
and then
Luke's
do it.
mine,
Oh,
and then
Jesus.
okay.
It'll just be an
Keep
abortion.
combining them.
I think
That's what
that
it'll look like.
the only game genre we haven't played yet is like, well, we kind of played wrestling games, but like real ones
Yeah.
where we can make
We
our own
haven't,
characters.
We should do
I
like a
think we need to-
WrestleMania
Yeah, I
tournament.
think we need
yeah,
to where,
we should get
where
we
we
get
can,
an N64 and we'll get WW.
but you can't make your own like characters.
Dude, I'll
But then-
fucking buy
like-
2K15.
Yeah, we
man.
need
I'll
the
like,
we need the one
I'll
where you
play
can
that
really
shit.
customize them.
I think that'd be fun. Just
Dude,
have
you,
all
okay, wait, no,
7 of
WWF
us
Raw
make our
2,
own
you
guys.
can really customize your own. Like, really, like, trust me, that is the best
On
one.
N64?
No, it's on
Oh, okay.
Xbox. It's
Okay,
on
good. I
Xbox.
was gonna be like, that's
Yeah.
just too much effort to try and get.
Yeah. That'd be fun. I think it'd be enjoyable.
Anyone have any stories?
Not a single.
They're not gonna know what we're
story.
talking about when we say Smule, but just
What?
whatever.
My Thursday was really kind of sad.
Oh.
'Cause well, no,
so
'cause I was still
sad.
sick, right? But all my
Aw.
classes got canceled, so I went to school for like 2 hours to finish a paper and to talk to some advisors. And then I got home, and it was like 11 a.m. And I was like, all right, cool. What should I do today? And I was like, let's
So
get
you
really drunk. So I drank a whole
masturbated.
bottle of Crown Royal and sat around playing Madden all day.
Madden?
Why didn't you call
That's a
okay,
sad
if you
name.
ever,
That's fucking
if,
sick.
Okay, if you're ever gonna just hang around and drink, send
And
me
then, like,
text.
and then, like, you got
Oh!
wasted and you're, like, asking
It's not a
Maddie
story,
real
it's a sad
problems.
thing. I got
Send me
laid off.
text next time you do
You
it.
got laid off,
I got
actually?
laid off on Monday.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Oh.
Well, you're
Last
probably like
Was
one of the
she
next
hot?
in lines after Alex.
This
Yeah.
Monday or last Monday? No, he was because he was that way
Last
longer.
Monday, yeah. Like the
So what have you been doing all week?
5 days.
Did you get like that severance package you wanted type thing?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
But
okay. Oh,
it
cool.
went to like my bills, so I didn't go to Mexico like I planned, but that's
Oh.
okay.
Haha.
Wow.
No, it's okay. He's good with debt. I'm good at debt. I'm good with debt.
I know debt. I'm very good at
Yeah.
How's
debt.
he
Don't
doing? How's
worry.
he doing? How's he doing?
That's good.
He's got debt. Checks out. Damn.
No, I'm actually I'm like nearly out of debt now because of the severance, but whatever.
Well done.
It's fun shit. I've just been kind of sitting around doing nothing. I didn't really tell anybody. I was like, I wonder why no one's asking me to hang out because I know like I have a lot of friends that don't do anything. I was like, because I didn't tell anyone. I didn't go like I got laid off on Facebook or whatever. So
Good.
Because
That's a trick. You're
none
supposed
of us
to.
would see it
Yeah,
anyway.
You're supposed
you
to do
gotta, like-
everything you do that happens in your life. You're supposed to post about it and then expect that everybody gives a shit.
And say that your boss is an idiot, and then take
I like how
pictures of
little
And they
it.
make a
pretty much
scumbag
all of us
boss
post
meme.
on
Yeah.
social media.
yeah, I don't
like
really
it.
care too
I think it
much.
says a lot.
I'm on
I think you
Tumblr
should
a lot,
like
but that's it.
post memes in real life about
I
it,
love
too.
when people are like, I love when people are
You should
like,
make your own
Dick
memes.
memes.
Let's make memes of us, and
You
they'll
should
just be
just
the
be a
lamest
meme.
shit.
Can we all
Yeah,
just
that's
be
actually
memes
such
all
a
the
funny
time?
idea. Let's just get photos of ourselves and
What
then
would
just
the-
like find like that
what would they be?
text,
Awful
yeah,
Alex?
and then just be horrible. No, they just make
Awful
0
Alex,
cents.
awful Maddie, awful Luke, awful Nick. Cool Connor.
I'm okay, Nick. I'm okay.
Yeah, okay.
Acceptable name.
Yeah, acceptable.
I don't even know how you would do those memes.
I don't know.
It would
We
just
like
be like,
goes to
made a
poop,
joke,
hits
Got
your
some
foot.
laughs.
He goes to poop. Like
That's
on
your
foot.
foot.
I don't always sit on a couch, but when I do, it's the cool couch. That would be one of your guys'.
Oh.
Ugh.
In loads of debt, really good at it. Like it'll be great.
You know, let's stop talking about this.
Why? Do you not like memes?
No,
You know what's funny
Have
is
you heard of the internet, man?
I love when people misuse memes because they're always so
yeah.
much funnier than when they're used correctly. Like old grandmas like posting pictures of like bad luck Biden. It's like Obama says this. That's a lie.
Thanks.
And it's like, or it's like a picture of like the kid that goes like, yes.
Yeah.
It's like Obama lied again. That's Obama.
Good riddance.
Man, old people make the world a better place.
Yeah, old
Except they
people
don't.
Facebook posts
Well,
are the best.
Yeah, but they also.
I'm still. I
Yeah,
still.
old
I
people
like.
don't really do anything.
We should do
Besides
that.
sign their names on comments.
They come to the
Okay,
club.
did I bring
Ruin
this up on
things in a
podcast?
funny way.
This is one of the funniest things I found out about. I don't think I brought up podcast, but like
The podcast.
podcast. A while ago,
Podcast.
okay, Facebook implemented a thing. I posted about it on Facebook.
Okay,
a while
I
ago.
definitely saw this
Yeah,
on-
they implemented a thing where if you type in like a popular page or your friend's name, it'll like automatically link to their profile page or that person, person's like, fan page or whatever. It does it automatically usually. Like you'll just type it in and it'll automatically just go boop. So if you're not paying attention, you might accidentally tag something that you didn't mean to type. So if you go,
Yeah.
to the Grandmaster Flash Facebook page,
Oh, yeah.
and you'll see tons of posts related to Grandmaster Flash. All it is old people say. No, it's people talking about grandpa or grandma. They'll say, or they'll sign, because old people sign their things they say to other people. Like they'll say, "Oh hi, granddaughter, blah 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 blah, love you.
Grandma.
Remember what Obama did? He's bad. Love." Grandmaster
Grandmaster.
Flash on all of them. On all of them.
Grandpa and Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
no,
awesome.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's fucking great.
isn't that like from the
It's pretty
subreddit, like old people
Facebook.
something?
Old people Facebook.
Yeah, there was
People
like
Facebook?
I saw a post on it, and then I had to investigate. And it turns out like if you go on the Facebook page, there's like you see
It's
all the
huge,
related
yeah.
posts, and it's just a bunch of old people saying like "Rest in peace, Grandmaster," or something like that.
You know what I'm super excited for? I'm gonna get to see DJ Jazzy Jeff live this summer.
I didn't know that was a real person. I just thought that was like a buzzy.
He was the guy that was
fake
with-
funny name.
The Fresh Prince.
With the Fresh Prince, yeah.
He was the Fresh Prince's DJ.
Homie.
Oh, like Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, is he gonna do like Parents Just Don't Understand?
I have no idea, but it's gonna be great.
Do parents understand yet?
I don't know.
Does he understand?
I don't either. They speak a different language.
I don't know what.
I'm
about-
gonna book a Mormon next weekend.
Wait. Oh, I thought you said you were gonna be a Mormon.
No, well, I'm gonna dress up kind of like a Mormon because I have a shirt and tie now, and it'd be nice
Oh,
to wear to
you
the
might
play.
as well wear it.
No, you should just go to like shambles, like your worst clothes. Those look like a piece of shit.
They say I was looking for Jesus.
Show up in a trash bag with like the arm was punched out.
I don't know. I think there is a
Have
dress code.
pamphlets
I don't
that
know.
Just show up in your regular clothing. It'd be good.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Wow.
if Jesus won?
What if Jesus?
Hand
Handing
out
out
little
pamphlets.
pamphlets.
We should hand out pamphlets like what if Jesus were on White Ave or something.
We gotta get like a soapbox and like yell at people.
Ah!
You think there's Jesus pamphlets with memes in them yet?
Yes.
We can corner the marketplace.
Guarantee you there are.
Yeah, just poorly used.
Yeah,
ones,
if you go
too.
to like
There's-
South
you like
Side
yeah.
South Side Presbyterian memes, and they'll be like just some like random page with like 15 people on it, and they made like a bunch of those types of memes.
Have like condescending Wonka, like, oh, you don't believe in Jesus?
Yeah, exactly.
Idiot.
Or the one where Obama's doing the thumbs up, is like destroying American familial values. Good enough for me.
Yeah.
You know, seeing you go like this with your thumb reminded me of you going, put it on your butt.
What was that? Piece of paper.
Ow.
No, it was a chocolate chip.
Chuck chip.
I hit it right
Wait,
behind your
when
glasses.
did we put a thumb up a butt? That
We talked.
remember.
There was a story. It was in the best of. It's in the best of Volume 1. Watch it.
okay.
Connor
Shameless
goes-
plug.
Yeah,
Connor
like
goes.
a,
Bloop, bloop.
that kind of plug.
And the only reason it got put in the video was because Alex laughs really hard, and they're going, "Put it up your butt."
Can't even.
I can't even make the noise nearly as good as come. There you go.
The Popcast.
What's like the weirdest noise your body's ever made that you don't know why it made it?
One time I made.
I make so many weird noises constantly. I can't categorize them.
You like regretted it as soon as you're like, one time I nay, I shouldn't say that story.
Oh, have you ever
I
heard
need to
your
go with some
eyeballs? So I remember.
Yes.
I used to be able to shoot air out my eyeball.
Oh, that's
Nick can.
I
I
can right
can.
now.
I can sometimes.
Yeah, I
when
can
I
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's
I've had
the week
squeaky
on, week
eyeballs.
off.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
it's squeaky.
Yeah.
Like usually if I rub them, sometimes like.
Luke's gonna shoot blood
Yeah,
out of
if
his
you, or
eye.
if you shoot your if you shoot your eyeballs out right now.
Oh, got it. Got it. See, I'm good at it too. I can do it now too.
I?
My right one.
Ew, I can't
Just
even tell.
thrilling
How come I
audio.
can't
It's
see
fantastic.
air?
Yeah.
Try it.
I can't see air.
Can't feel anything.
You know what? I'm gonna categorize that
I
as
can't do
Just
that.
put
unhealthy.
like a ping pong ball in
You
your
can
eyes.
see tears come out of it. Same with Nick.
Stop!
Mine
This is
bubble
freaking
art
me out.
His like yeah,
gross.
bubbles.
I'm
So
it's
fucking
so
weird.
It's hurting my eyes
Can anyone
watching you guys do
I got
this.
it right now.
No, it doesn't
No,
hurt
yeah.
our
Can
eyes.
anyone gleek?
Can any of you guys
so
gleek
cool.
on
No,
command?
I can't.
I wish
Because
I
I
could.
do it by accident all the
Chris,
time.
Chris could
When
gleek.
you like you shoot.
When you
Yeah.
like move your tongue away and it shoots spit. Like,
Oh, I do that all
Oh.
the fucking time.
yeah, but it's an accident, right? You can't do it on
Ah,
purpose.
yes, I know. You can do that by. I do that by accident sometimes.
I always do when I'm rolling over in bed, so I'll roll over to face the wall and it'll gleek all over the wall. I'm like, God damn it!
Is that
Like,
actually what it's called?
Yeah.
yeah,
I actually practiced it for like an hour once. Didn't
it's
get it.
weird. Like it's to do it on command, you have to like push your tongue down and forward.
Yeah,
It's like a
Speaking
very
of Gleek,
strange.
what does fleek mean?
Fleek.
It's
point.
your people's word.
It's like it means
They didn't give me the memo.
It's like on
It's on
I didn't get the
point.
TPS
Yeah,
one.
on
point.
Okay,
It's
thanks,
like,
Nick.
My eyebrows are on fleek. That's where it comes from. It's
That's
terrible.
a really dumb word.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
such a
very
dumb
bad.
word.
And then
Pretty
Denny's
on
made a
fleek.
tweet.
And
that
then
it's
all the
bad.
fucking stupid marketing
IHOP.
like
There's
Walmart
Nicki
and
Minaj.
IHOP and
Pancakes
all
are
that
on
shit.
No, like you
Yeah.
should follow Denny's Tumblr page. It's wonderful.
Fucking
Why would I
terrible.
follow anything on Tumblr?
They
No, I
got
followed the
Denny's
one
in
you guys
restaurant.
words might be.
Just because Denny's is like
Brand
the one.
saying Bay.
Denny's is like the
Brand
one
saying
like
Bay.
restaurant
Brand Bay.
that it does like weird marketing on their thing. But like the thing is, they understand like that's more impressive and like interesting than like just regular ass marketing.
Saying pancakes is bay is not interesting. It's the dumbest shit in the
You're right,
world.
because
it
so
doesn't
many
like
memes with it.
Dumb world.
We need more memes.
Yeah, but they respond to like Seinfeld current day.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
They respond to Tumblr photos and stuff like that. It's really fun.
Yeah,
Cool
because
stuff.
it's like, hey, look, there's a dumb teen. If I say bay at him, he'll remember
I
that
bet they
fucking
commented on the
Denny's
dress.
sells
They're probably like,
pancakes.
"Do these
That's
blueberry
perfect.
pancakes
So
look golden
dumb.
or blueberry?"
There's like screen caps where it's like 7 tweets in a row,
In a
just
row.
replying to people like, "You're bay." No, now you're bay. And it's
Really?
It's
it's
awful. It's
horrible.
so terrible.
It's
It
Yeah.
hurts
funny
to
as hell.
read.
It's
It's
fucking
Twitter's
marketing,
terrible,
but it's like
like,
whatever.
it's
But it's like, hey, there's a 31-year-old white guy saying "bay" to a teenager. Like, ugh, who cares?
You're not going to do that when you're 31. You're missing out.
I probably will. but-
IRL. I mean,
So I've decided to start a new aggressive marketing strategy for the YouTube channel, where we comment on Markiplier and PewDiePie videos, specifically asking for help or to blaze with them and stuff like
Hey, I
that.
just need 3 more followers.
I got a lot of replies on the latest Markiplier one.
Really?
Did you actually?
Well,
What is it?
actually
You
didn't
doing
respond,
What was it?
but I just asked him like,
No,
"Yo,
just comment.
I
Asking
said-
for like text
it was
support help.
like-
Like I can't download this game. It's not working with RPG Maker.
I know, it was just like, you're a real nifty fellow. We should blaze sometime. But just a lot of people like commented like,
Like saying, yo, you should do a collab. They always say that. Like whenever.
Yeah.
But we're not no, we're not rappers.
well, but yeah, bad
No, we're
people
not
on
rappers.
YouTube do it too.
We're not rappers.
We're not a rapper.
No, we're collectively not rappers.
I'm not a rapper.
Not to be.
You're not a rapper.
We have rapped. So we're rappers.
Therefore,
Yeah.
Gifts.
I mean,
that's the
Rap-
general. That's the
we
general
rap gifts
16-year-old
to the
white
people.
kid
The only-
definition of rapper.
The
we
only
have rapped.
criteria.
We have made money from rapping. Somewhat.
Put them together. What do you get?
We're rappers.
Yeah, we can name our first album. We're not rappers. But we're rappers.
But they aren't.
Yeah, but they
We're
are.
rappers, but they are.
See, that's the thing about making a podcast
Yeah.
right after doing a video is like we're gonna have like references to that video and nobody's gonna understand these references.
Loser, you don't get it, idiot.
You might have to, I guess, just put that video up first
Yeah,
before the
I mean,
podcast.
well, that's a few days before, I don't know, Wednesday. or
People still
something.
won't make that connection, but who cares? One person will, and you're cool, Josie.
Josie.
What about the
Like Sam, Josie, Sam,
Josie Carrillo.
like Jose, or like
That's not a name.
Something. Oh, that's Lindsay Carrillo.
Lindsay covered.
Yeah,
You gotta bleep out her name now.
No, we don't. We've said her name multiple times.
Right now, all the other Patreon people are gonna be mad that we referenced her one more time than
Sorry,
everybody
Bill
else.
Gates. So mention you too. That's our other Patreon member. Bad joke.
That's why you're media.
That's why you're not
Yeah, I
going.
went
But,
home.
but speaking of Bill Gates, that's really cool that he put up a photo on Facebook. He's
Giving away $5,000.
Because he's giving it back to the people if you share. You get $5,000.
That's a good idea.
I got
Someone
money
else
from
like
that
that up.
side.
Someone that was Manny Pacquiao's CEO. They like made the name Manny
It's
Pacquiao.
Maddie Parker, by the way. Just saying, it's not Maddie.
Ooh, that's a good
Maddie
idea.
Pacquiao. It's pronounced the other way.
Oh wait, so you were fighting Floyd Mayweather?
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh okay.
Okay, I'm putting my money in Floyd.
Yeah, good. Let's do this. That's a good thought. I think you got this.
Yeah, you got it.
It's exposure for the
I
channel.
think
guys.
that's a good idea. I'm gonna make some part of the whole
You
PewDiePie
commented on
thing.
Manny's
I want to
like,
make
hey,
some fake
You'll
Photoshop
might-
pictures
you'll
with
might wanna blaze
PewDiePie.
sometime.
Fake what pictures
Of us like hanging out with
Oh,
PewDiePie.
You're gonna be PewDiePie.
Yeah. Feel free.
This is the last podcast we're going to be a part of.
The Razor Chimera.
We
headphones
don't
on,
want to
like,
be associated
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
right.
Yeah, that'd be funny if you
Yeah.
could actually
No, we'll
convincingly
we're just
Photoshop
gonna
like us, like with PewDiePie,
fade
and be
into
like,
obscurity.
guess what, guys,
Which
new
is fine.
surprise, and then never,
Fade into
or never like address that ever again.
It's
And
better
we're like,
than
where's
this.
the PewDiePie collaboration video? It's like, just never admit that
We
existed.
killed him.
Yeah.
Put that out.
That would be
put
a-
that picture out before this podcast.
That would make us very popular if
Yeah.
we killed PewDiePie.
Yeah, there'd be a lot
Well,
of controversy
there's
in
a lot
that
of trouble.
drive.
Well, we
I
maybe
know,
not popular, but
How would we do it though?
we
Well,
would.
you
I
co-
would just do
you
it, and then I come back
collab,
and
you
tell
bring
you
them in
that I
like,
did it.
oh, having fun.
You hide poison in a crappy YouTube bait game. Get him to play it, and then I'll make him go,
Or I could just fly to his house and murder him.
okay.
That's better. I like that plan a little bit more.
And I'll
Less
come back
complicated.
and we'll just like show severed head on podcast.
I don't think you can take that through fucking like the.
I have a private jet. It's
Customs.
fine.
I
I
don't
have a
think they
private
allow
jet. It's okay.
We don't make enough money to
Connor
give you a
actually
private
just
jet
fucking
card.
cried.
You're already in debt. You can throw yourself in more debt for a private jet.
Maybe I'm in debt because of the private jet.
Oh.
Oh, you
I'm
bet.
because the private jet.
You'll never guess what I brought with me. Just PewDiePie's head pull out from under the couch. Like,
His thing didn't rhyme. It was to the rhythm, but it was like, "That's with me."
I didn't realize there was a song going
But you were
on.
dead on the rhythm. You were there.
Was I?
He's dead.
I was on fleek. I was on fleek.
He was on fleek.
He's Bay.
I don't know why I hate that
You're
word so
babe.
much.
Because everyone hates that word.
It's just
Hey, babe.
gross.
Bye, babe.
It's uncomfortable.
Charlotte would
word.
call me that just as like a joke, and I was like, stop.
Yeah, it's bad.
Stop. Stop it.
Yeah, but she also ironically liked Left Shark. Shout out to that because it's bad.
I liked Left Shark when it first came out. It was funny,
Yeah.
and then it just
What's
it got
Left Shark?
worked over like to death,
Is that
just like everything else.
Da da da.
I
The
saw-
internet.
No, the thing from the
Tweets
Super
about
Bowl,
it.
like the two shark backup dancers
Oh my
for
God.
Katy Perry.
Oh.
Katy Perry came out on stage and she had
Yeah, I
shark,
saw a bunch of
inflatable
silly
shark costumes.
gifs.
And
Yeah,
one of them
and the
was,
one was like really
bad.
off tempo and
Yeah.
like a terrible dancer, so it turned into like this big thing, and everyone was. Yeah,
It was probably that guy doing the sign language. He got the other as a shark, not knowing what the hell he was doing.
How did he get there?
That
That's
would've
a
been
good
funny.
fan
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah, it was
The
funny when I
crossover
first saw it. Like the
family.
first few times, like when I saw the original video of him, I was like, okay, that's funny as hell, and then it just too much. Like
Yeah,
always.
that's how the internet. Yeah.
Have you seen that video of Iggy Azalea rapping really badly?
Well, I
All
saw
of
one.
them?
I
Yeah.
saw
Really,
really,
really
falls. Like the following one's pretty good.
She just
Where
isn't
she
a-
falls? No, there was one where her
embarrassment
dancer
magnet.
falls.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's one where she's like rapping like it just goes like.
There's one where her dancer
She
falls, like
drops.
completely trips and slips and falls on her ass, but then like turns it into like a ground dancing. It's really, really smooth. It's like you don't even notice.
That's what you did.
Well, you notice because it said in the comments like that person fell, but it's like you wouldn't notice it just watching it normally.
Now I'm going to.
Well, yeah, you're gonna notice because I
Well,
told
now
you.
I'm just not gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's good. You shouldn't. Don't watch that.
Sorry, so what video of Iggy being bad? Some of those.
Okay, I want to go back to that idea of like going on other people's because I was like looking comments on Joey Graceffa videos earlier.
Who's that?
He's just some weird YouTuber that 11-year-old girls love.
Oh, is he? Okay,
You
there's
ever-
a bunch
there
of
was
those.
Oh, he's the
What,
guy
he
from
does like the
Instinct.
vlogs,
Or
maybe.
New Kids on the
Yeah,
Block.
yeah.
Probably has
And I
some
don't know if
sort
you
of
remember, but
stylish
like there was
hair.
this thing on Reddit,
Probably
like
sexual ambiguity as to what he likes.
Yeah,
except
yeah,
he has
exactly.
a girlfriend on, but
Perfect.
she's also
That you-
ambiguous.
Do
and
you like frogs?
nail the description of it.
Bullshit.
You guys might remember
That's frogs.
there was a thing on Reddit about like
comes on
this
frogs.
guy. He parked his car in front of some other guy's
yeah.
driveway. And he
Oh.
made a video
Oh, yeah,
about
that's
the guy
yeah.
posting parking his car from his driveway, and he got it towed because he needed to get out of his driveway. And then this guy Joey Graceffa posted another video. He's like, I was hardly going on his driveway. He's such a slut.
Oh.
And it was just because it was weird because he was
okay.
being dumb. But then like there were comments on this guy who made the video saying, "Why'd you park in front of my driveway?" And they're like, "You're just jealous." Like all of them were just, "You're just jealous of Joey." It's like you're fucking dumb. It's always you're just jealous.
So it's
And
like
you
that
need to
racist
go on.
blind person.
So I'm saying you need to go on Joey Graceffa videos and be like, "Oh, I love your videos," and they'll be like, "Oh, you love it." And they'll go to her channel, and then we'll get so many more subs, and it'll be great.
Fine.
Again,
Time.
we are no longer
Comments.
associated with
Exactly
this
the
channel.
kind of people we want.
Yeah, who cares?
This is the
cares?
death of the cool
Guerrilla
couch,
marketing.
ladies and gentlemen. This right here, you're watching it.
No, the cool couch is just growing in coolness.
No, we're
I
later.
think
we
our
do
fans
more
are
wags
so young, like
here.
11-year-olds.
Bones.
It's a prank.
Boom. You want to do a little tickle? That's because you're cool. I was testing you.
What's a tickle? Like a
I
your
don't know.
Yeah,
We're
you were
testing
testing
you.
You're like, want to do a tickle? It was like.
And we're like, nah, we're too cool.
Oh,
It
that's
could be
such
like
a
right
weird
under the
motion.
chin.
You want to do a tickle?
Oh, that's a good one.
No. Ah, you passed the test too. You guys are both cool.
You
He just
did
really
because
wants
you
to
wanted
tickle
to kill two people. Okay, round this off the cool coach.
Nah.
Nick,
I don't even care.
What
man.
if there was a Batman super villain instead of called the Riddler? He was the Diddler.
That's where we go. We were talking about the Diddler before. Oh, fuck, I can't remember what.
Like
Diddler was brought up.
imagine when it's the context of diddling, he's like doing it to like butthole.
He's a more realistic supervillain.
Oh yeah,
than
you
the
were talking
Riddler.
about dwiddling. Was your word when you're spinning someone around somehow?
Oh,
I remember you definitely used the word dwiddle and you're
Like your
spinning
thumb,
someone
like
around.
twiddle your thumb.
That's
Twiddle.
twiddle.
That's
Twiddle, yeah.
There's so many words than twiddle.
I can't
So
these
stupid.
fucking words. I'm getting confused. Twindle? Twinkle.
What is it
Little
called? Little star.
Swindle?
Yeah, star.
Tilda Swinton.
Bindle?
That sounds like our fake
Shut up,
names.
man.
Like-
Fake names.
Like what was like the fake dude names like Dwindling Tyndall?
Yeah,
Something.
Dwindling Tilden.
Twiddle Dilden?
No, it was...
No, that's Dildo and Todgers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't understand what's going on.
Dildo and Todgers is
That's
not
like
a
wrestling names.
That's a different thing.
yeah, there was a good one.
Like Brett Branderson, Chet Shadley.
Chet Chadley is probably my favorite name.
I like Dwindling Touch.
Dildo and Todgers.
Either way.
Dildo.
Dwindling Touch.
Todgers is a good last name.
Dodgers is a good last name.
Someone named Todgers is watching. They feel really good.
And if your name is
Sounds
Dildo,
good.
we are so sorry. So sorry.
So, yeah.
Okay, you know how cartoons in like the late 80s had to have like one episode had to be, you had to make it educational for the kids because
Yeah,
otherwise,
okay.
Okay.
because your show was like fucking terrible otherwise, right? I was thinking that we should do that for this because
One
our podcast is
educational
awful.
episode?
So
Talking about the benefits of blazing.
We're sponsored by the letter
I mean,
B.
I guess so. I was thinking that it could be like, what's one interesting thing you learned this week? And you have to tell the audience.
Hmm.
Is it? Why'd
I
you
can
grab
remember
that?
I'm fucking self-conscious. You learn. I needed something to fiddle with.
He's something to twiddle.
He's fiddling that bottle.
Okay, what's the one interesting thing
did
you
I
learned?
What
this
did
week,
you
Alex?
learn, buddy? I learned that in the Second World War, when Japan was getting fucked up by America, they were getting bombed and stuff, right? And so Japan was like, we want to do that to America. But they couldn't because they're so far away, right? So they're like, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll put bombs on balloons and then shoot like 9,000 balloons across the ocean and hope that they hit them. And they did.
It worked?
Not
Was
that
that Pearl Harbor? Were there actually jets or were they just balloons? They made it jets to make it seem so much
No,
cooler.
it was just a couple hundred balloons floated across the ocean and then just blew up in the States and stuff. And then the most recent one was they found one, two hunters in BC found one in like the 70s. That was just not exploded yet because it was just hanging out in a tree.
That's so
and they were
cool.
like,
But the
hey,
balloon
there's a
would've been
bomb
like,
here.
boom.
Like, yeah. But that's the thing they did. Put bombs on balloons.
I'm
Okay,
really impressed
Another
that
thing
worked.
related
That's
to,
modern
to
warfare.
Japan in World War II. Apparently, they did incredibly fucked up human experimentation that they aren't really as known for.
Japan.
Oh,
Japan.
Like
yeah, okay.
Germany's well known for it.
Yeah, but Japan
probably
also
too.
did like fucked up shit.
Yes, the rape of Nanking is very famous.
Well, no, not even that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, is an example of the fucked up shit they did.
Yeah.
That's
I was
one.
thinking in terms of
I
like
think
experimentation.
I think in the next
Was
Call of
Nanking
Duty game,
drunk?
one of your kill streaks should be a balloon with a bomb attached, and you just float it across the map.
And it just hits someone
Just hit
eventually.
someone and explodes.
And you like
People are like,
can't,
what the fuck is that?
People-
Shoot it!
can't
That made me
shoot
think
it
of
down,
it-
but it's like invincible.
the balloon
It's
is
just like
lit-
slowly.
I think
Cause
you need to have like a
They're
balloon
remaking it.
shell that hits the person
Harry
first
Fukunaga is
kill.
directing it.
Can I say the
Oh,
other
yeah,
thing?
True Detective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thing that I learned about that, okay, the
think it might
balloon
be good.
thing. The reason that, or like how America found out about it was that there was this sheriff in like Nevada or somewhere, and there were reports of just like explosions happening at night. No one knew, like people thought it was like aliens and stuff because stuff was just exploding, and they were like, "What's happening? Like, there's no planes or anything."
Did anyone get like killed?
I think a couple probably, but not.
This is the one guy.
Yeah, but
He's like, that's
there was a guy who saw this balloon with a bomb on it, and it had like ropes and stuff hanging down because the way they got it across was like sandbags and stuff on it, so it kept in the air. And so there was a rope hanging down, so the sheriff like.
Sandbags don't keep doing it.
Well, okay, what happened was
Keep it like a
you would
certain
put the
weight.
balloon up in the air, right? And then when it got cold at night, it would drop down, and you had the sandbags tied to an altimeter or something.
So,
So,
like,
when
when
it
it
got
hit-
too low, it would cut off a sandbag and it would go back up again.
Okay,
Those
that's-
crafty Japanese.
Wait, but then how did
But
it
so-
eventually come down? Like what?
I guess you would just
It would
hope
just-
that
it would
would
lose
run
air.
out of
Eventually,
sand.
it would
over
like
time,
deflate.
yeah.
Yeah.
How did this idea pass like any funding? Like
The Japanese
It
are
was
crazy.
It was probably cheap.
It's just bombs.
some
and
guy was
balloons.
like, man,
Yeah, helium was like not bad.
But
bomb's
you
the most
couldn't-
expensive
you could waste
part.
it.
The reason that America was able to get it was because the sheriff or deputy, I can't remember which, found one that was floating low enough, and he grabbed onto a rope and then like wrestled a balloon to the ground. Except
Fucking
he
badass.
couldn't do it all at once because wind came and it picked him back up again, and so he was flying through the sky.
So he's a war hero fighting a balloon.
Yeah.
No way does that happen.
It's totally 100%
That's
true.
great.
It's the craziest
Holy
shit in
shit.
the world.
I definitely didn't learn anything that interesting.
No, I didn't learn
Sweet.
shit.
That's
That's
awesome.
That's like that's cool as hell.
You guys gotta read more.
Robin?
Fuck.
Where did you learn this?
What did you learn?
I don't think I
What
learned-
did you learn?
I don't think I learned anything. I saw something yesterday.
Uh-oh.
that was-
Oh, you saw some shit. You saw a man with a balloon.
What did you see?
So I saw the grossest vagina by far that's gotta exist.
Like
Okay.
on Google search?
No,
Or-
at
okay.
the pool.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
So a middle-aged woman, not in great
Puke.
shape, not in great health, not
Yes!
anything.
To the pill!
Peel stories.
Pill! Sorry. Pill!
She comes to the pool and
She
she's
goes to the
wearing,
pool.
to the pool. She's wearing, you know, like what women wear at Wimbledon and stuff. How it's like kind of like a dress,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like it's sporty
Can you
as
make
well.
me think she's hot because it's fucking woman at Wimbledon?
Okay, like
just
Venus
said she
Williams,
wasn't
like
hot. I know,
30
but-
years later,
Okay.
also a different race, but that's relevant. Anyway,
It's Uranus
and
Williams.
so she's in the hot tub and stuff, and so you can't really see much of her, and so it seems fine to me. And then she goes and sits up on a chair outside the hot tub, so she's now sitting kind of how I'm sitting, like this.
Oh no.
And keep in mind, this is during a swim meet, so hundreds of kids are in the building. And I look over, and I kind of just like look at her like this, and then I go, "Whoa!" I took a huge double take, and I was like, "Is that what I think it is?" I go, "Oh my god!" So I get on the radio that we have. And I'm like, "I need a female lifeguard right now." And as I'm like explaining it to her, I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to her because I'm not telling her that that's hanging out." Then she gets up and leaves, and we're just like, "Oh." Dodged a bullet with that one, but yeah, it's now burned into my memory.
Maybe she didn't, and that's why her vagina looked like that. Dodge a bullet. I'm sorry.
Someone's just like, I'm gonna shoot you in the pussy. She's like, no. She's like,
See, now my new theory though is that she did it all on purpose. She was just swimming around, and then she saw me. She's like, "All right, how much time can I waste?" And then as soon as she saw me like take a double take and go, "Ah!" She's like,
She's
"Yeah,
trying to pull a
job
like a
completed."
Sharon Stone or
Yeah,
How
Sharon
is
Stone,
it
Basic
like-
Instinct.
yeah,
Did she just not have anything under the dress
nothing
thing?
underneath.
Oh, so it must have been deliberate, probably, because you don't like.
You don't
I
do that by
forgot to put
accident.
something
No, but
on.
what if he was wearing a fake vagina?
We forgot about that.
But it's not your real vagina, so it's a swim gear.
Because dudes don't have vaginas. What are they gonna say? Was that like the first podcast?
Yeah. It's a long time ago. I don't remember.
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember
It was
it
in the
at all,
first
so-
10.
That was funny. It's good. It's a good story.
Right. What did you learn? I learned how gross that is.
That one lady's vagina.
I don't. I'm just trying to like get a mental image of why it was gross.
Just generally gross.
Okay.
Like hair all over.
Yeah.
Hair,
Like if it's
old,
like too
wrinkly,
long,
Old person goop.
goopy.
droopy, goopy.
Snoopy, basically. Maybe a little bit of floopy.
Maybe this
Oh.
little
Bad
poopy. Little poopy. A poopy vagina. I'm sorry.
That's bad.
Okay, Connor, what do you picture?
I learned that the city of London and London as we know it are two different places.
Like London,
Shit.
Ontario.
No, like London is actually called
Metropolis?
Westminster when it was first settled because it was built around the city of London, which was founded by the Romans in the 9th century. The city of London is actually the oldest corporation in the world, whereas London proper is just the larger city built around it that took the name London because the royalty.
So
wanted
the
it.
actual technical London is actually like a pretty small area.
The city of London is there's only like 400 people that live there.
But then Metropolitan London.
Metropolitan
has
London, like
tons.
London proper,
Yeah.
is like the city we
Yeah.
all imagine London to be.
Weird.
It's cool. There's the way I learned about it is this guy called CGP Grey. He did a video on
Oh,
it. It's
yeah.
really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
go
did
check him out.
just informational videos. You know, we
Yeah.
have.
He has really good videos actually.
Should I comment
I, didn't,
on
I just
them?
found this out
No.
recently that we have like a derelict train station in Edmonton. Like,
Yeah.
like that always like kind of frustrates me.
Yeah,
that we
the
have
main-
like
station.
unused train tunnels and stuff because I was like, man, that is a huge waste of resources. Then found that they did the same thing in our city in the 70s.
Yep.
Where they're just like, fuck it, we're
Wait,
just
they
gonna
just,
leave it.
how big is it?
It's a train station. It's like an underground subway station that they just didn't.
So we
use.
should go there.
That sounds
'cause it'd be
spooky.
very
Is it like
spooky.
attached to the LRT?
Well, I'm sure
Probably
there
not.
are some.
We gotta
No.
find it. We gotta find it.
They're doing an art installation in it right now.
Damn it!
Oh, I remember hearing about that now. Yeah.
So it's not as cool anymore.
Well, it's like how we had that abandoned hospital and stuff.
Yeah,
The Charles Camsel Hospital.
It's a pretty great
that would be
hospital.
fucking spooky. I would
Yeah,
never.
They
I-
homelessized the place by putting sharp things on all the ledges.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Nice.
They fenced it.
There was one homeless guy stuck inside still. He can't tell because they put the sharp thing.
And now he haunts
Yeah.
the place.
Well,
His
there's
bloody
lots, of
face.
there's lots of asbestos in there, so
Yeah, asbestos.
yeah.
Yeah, this is fireproof.
Asbestos what?
Asbestos.
Oh! Okay, Nick, what'd you learn?
I didn't learn anything. I had an interesting experience.
Alright, let's hear it.
You know about the experientials.
Yep.
Did you ever have to do
The what?
the
The smudge?
smudge?
No, I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't do the smudge. no.
Okay, have you guys
I
ever
did
heard of this?
yeah.
Have you did this smudge?
What the
So,
fuck is this
I
man?
fucked
It's
up.
they burn like sage and
Like a
sweetgrass,
native
and then
ceremony.
they.
Have you guys ever smelled burning sage? Because there's two parts. You guys ever like seen burning sage? Or
Yeah, it's
smelled
very unpleasant.
It swear to God, it's just like weed. Like it's like like the look of it.
Yeah.
Sage, like
Well, 'cause
when
it's dried sage.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It
like,
looks like weed.
So it's being passed around, and everyone like doesn't know what the hell to do because it like I chose a horrible spot. I'm between the instructor and like another like assistant, and everyone else in the class is like just doing it this weird way. They're just going because they bring it around, it's burning and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's doing this.
Well,
and
yeah,
you're
you're
like,
supposed to
you want
let me
to
just
smoke
put
on
this
your
on
breath.
you.
to like collect the smoke.
They put this
and
on you,
Yeah.
right? And I'm feeling pressured because I'm like, wait a minute, the person before me is gonna do some crazy shit with it because all these other people are idiots, just going like,
Yeah.
right?
He's gonna
And
make
then,
like a vape tornado.
It's like smoke rings.
He's gonna make smudge rings.
Yeah.
Blow through each other.
What the fuck is the point
So
of this?
it's going
It's
around.
a Native American
It's ceremonial
ceremony.
tradition.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the thing,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
For
Yeah.
our Native Studies class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
like everyone's doing it, and then it gets to the person beside me, and she does it completely different than everyone in the class because everyone's going.
But she's like the instructor, right?
She's instructor. She goes like this. And
Yeah,
she's
she-
like she's doing this, and then she like does all this crazy shit, and I'm like in my head, I'm like I gotta up her game. I think I'm being funny.
Under the
right?
leg.
No, I wasn't being funny. No, it wasn't cringy. Like it was just like because no one was saying it was silent the whole time. So it comes to me, and it's like. Guy comes before me, and I'm like, because everyone's just doing this, so I like do this, and then I'm like, boom, and like I start. It was bad. It was bad. So I'm like doing this, and then I'm like, I take a lot of time doing this stupid shade shit, and then it goes to the next person. She's like, that was it. No, it was very embarrassing.
Oh my god. It's okay.
I was so nervous. Fuck with other cultures. Man. Yeah, that's my new thing. It's
all good.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But it's,
I thought it smelled nice.
yeah. That's
I'm not a
weird.
huge fan of burning sage.
Pretty much.
For Burning Man.
That might be in a few years.
I already said things I learned.
Did you?
Like 3.
Like what?
In response
Jeez,
to your
I just
guys' stories.
I can't
Really?
recall.
No, you just
interesting
regurgitated what we
things.
said.
No,
Yeah,
I
Or
just
you had-
added interesting
They're
things that I
just
learned
throwing up.
about.
No, let's hear something new
I
that
can
you
give
learned.
you another one. I learned something else that's kind of.
No, let's go through it and then we'll come
No,
back.
he's
to
Wait,
it.
no,
genius.
clearly Alex. If
No,
you
no,
guys
no,
want
I thought
confidence
about
in his
this.
response-
I brought it up. I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit the other day.
Good movie.
Yesterday.
Who did?
I'm not gonna spoil
Judge
it.
Doom.
Oh yeah, Carter will. But so it's got like Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny and like every cartoon character ever. But the only reason or the only way that they would agree to it, the two different companies, Warner Brothers and Disney, is if their characters share the exact same amount of time on screen as one another. So like Mickey and Bugs Bunny have to be in the frame at the exact same time, and they both have to exit at the same time.
And that's what it did through the whole movie.
Yeah, so it's like every scene where you see one of them, it's like, all right, the other guy has to be in the same shot, basically.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane. And they also, the other thing too, the reason we'll never, ever, ever get another one is because they only had to pay $5,000 per character to be in the film.
And now it'd be way
And now it
more.
would be like millions and
Millions,
millions
yeah.
of dollars
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny or Mickey Mouse or anybody.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
And they had like every licensed cartoon
so it's
character
like
ever visited.
everything just like came perfectly together to make that movie.
Well, that's why it's a good
It's
classic.
the greatest movie of all time.
Well,
Okay, sure, we'll go with that.
It's
Uh,
a classic.
It's the G-Mote.
Space Jam.
Space Jam's
Can
fucking
I lose?
awful.
Some new one.
Hey, what? Space Jam is god awful. It's such you don't.
How dare you share my nostalgia?
Get up! I love
It's time to slam now!
but you can only appreciate it ironically. Nobody legitimately likes
I love that movie.
We
I
will
love
watch it
Space
again.
Jam.
We will watch it on the weekend. You will not
I
enjoy
watched
it
it
except
recently.
on an ironic level because
Guess
it's
how
fucking
recently I
terrible.
watched that movie, Alex.
It's fucking
Guess
terrible.
how recently I watched that movie.
terrible.
Guess how recently I watched that movie.
This afternoon.
Well, no, I was working. I watched it in November, man. Like, come on.
It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Not good.
It's fucking. That's my shit. I love Space Jam.
I watched
You
James
just
the
have
Giant
it
Peach
slammed.
again, and I realized that was a terrible
Which one?
movie.
That's
As a
scary.
kid, I
James
hated
the
it.
Giant
That's
Peach.
scary.
I liked it when I was
couldn't
like a kid. It was scary, but I liked it. And then when I watched it like maybe a year ago or whatever, I was like, "This movie's so trash. Why did
Yeah.
I ever like this?"
Good joke though. James and the Giant Peach Head.
Can you please tell the joke?
No, it's terrible. It's the anti-joke thing.
Have we already told that joke?
Yeah, I tell that joke to people all the time.
Okay, Luke, what's your learning?
Nothing happened my last week.
Fine, Matt, what did you learn?
I learned that house shows are generally popular.
Oh my god! So you were staying
Like
home and you
Dr.
watched TV?
No, I mean
Like House Improvement show?
no, I mean like like concerts at houses.
Oh, like I talk about like house music.
Yeah, that could have been a lot.
I thought you
of
meant
things.
like
That was the most
HGTV.
ambiguous
I thought you meant like
ever made on this
house
podcast.
shows means like 7 different.
Yeah, I know you
things.
guys didn't let me explain.
You stopped.
You stopped a
speaking.
lot.
Okay, we'll
You
continue
all had
explaining.
inquisitive looks. So I've been going to this. I went to this house. It's called Chess House. It's like on like North End.
King.
So it's not a house anymore.
It's
Is
a
it
house.
someone's house?
People live there.
So
Why
is
is it named something? We don't have a name for this house, do
Well, yeah,
we?
because we don't have concerts
Yeah, it's
here.
cool,
Oh.
crazy,
Yet.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
house
I
that
went
has
to a
concerts.
show
We just have a-
Friday.
we just have
Well, because
come-
whenever I looked up
mark on
whenever
the
I looked up
garage.
shit that was like, oh, how to book your own shows or whatever, you got to play a few house parties here and there. I was like, that's kind of weird. I would never play at a house. Like that's fucking
Well, now you
really
did.
weird. But I'm going to. Yeah, in a couple months I'm gonna play a show there. But they have like they just bring in like artists from like Calgary. Or they bring in Edmonton artists or local artists. Like a lot of university kids go there and like I don't know. Friday night was only like 40 people and like last night it was like 100 people in this house that's even smaller than mine. And it was pretty cool. I don't know, I really it's a really cool like intimate environment, and
Cool.
you meet a lot of neat, crazy hipsters.
Yeah, you would.
Do they
Sounds like fun.
do they sage there? Do they-
No, they smoke a lot of weed.
Oh, okay. Same thing. Yeah.
You got to do it like
That's
that.
how I'm gonna
though.
place from now on.
And like I chilled in the basement last night towards the end because the last band that was on wasn't great. So I was chilling in the basement, and in this one room they closed
Just
the door.
orgies.
And since the house is so old, when people play music upstairs, it like shakes the door as if someone's trying to open it, like in the basement. So I'm like, you guys gotta like let that guy in. And they're like, there's nobody there. I'm like, I was certain there was somebody there. They locked the door and there was nobody there.
So that's spooky.
Really sadness.
Okay, Alex, what'd you learn this week?
Well, I don't know. I learned that my cat is stupid.
We
all
all knew
know
that.
that.
Ghosts,
Yeah.
are, ghosts are
Nothing
scary.
No, we all knew
They're
that.
not.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
False.
Lunar got laid off.
Yeah, I learned that he
Oh,
got,
okay. I learned one thing. You can get there are a lot of fedoras at H&M.
Really?
Yeah, there are a lot of.
No,
H&M,
but they're probably
yeah.
like for what price?
Are they trailblies or fedoras?
They might technically be trailbiz.
Good. That's the.
I
You
don't
can't.
know
There's
the
no
difference.
point.
I
It's
don't
not even
care.
ironic if you get real fedora.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
like-
not those ones.
Oh, well, those are
Can't you
trilbies.
do like anything?
Yeah, you can't do anything ironically.
Irony rules
Uh,
my life.
Guys, look how
They probably
breathing
cost
right
too much
now.
though. I'd rather get them at like the liquidation stores where they
That joke
cost
is
$2
I know.
and then like are pink.
Everything I do is ironic.
Like ironically though.
Yeah.
What level are you on?
Hmm?
Irony level.
I'm beyond levels.
I didn't reach.
I'm like
I didn't
meta
reach
irony
Tweety,
levels
so my
already.
irony level's still pretty low.
Yeah, you haven't. Oh, well, yeah. It takes some work. When you get like me, then you have a lot of irony levels. That
Then
was
you can
one
get
right
on the
there.
cool couch.
I just added one.
I have a question. Maybe someone can explain this who understands culture a little bit more than I do.
Okay, we're I'm out.
What's the summer of love? Like people, I've heard that referenced a lot.
The Summer of Love.
Yeah, what is that?
It was the psychedelic explosion in the 60s, where psychedelic music and LSD was first introduced into popular culture.
Okay.
So the Summer of Love contained, well, I mean, it probably, I might be a little off on my timeline, but it may have either been Woodstock or the first year that's like the Grateful Dead and LSD was like really huge. It's one of those two.
Well, Woodstock would have been the quintessential like event of.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was actually in the Summer of Love or if Summer of
Might have
Love
been
was like
like
the
that.
start of
Yeah.
that era.
Because
Yeah.
like apparently there were multiple summers of love. Like there was just
No, but I mean like
there was,
these,
two.
the one that people remember was either Woodstock or the first year, like when LSD and that style of music was like huge.
Like psychedelic
It was the Summer of Love, then the Summer of Hate, then the Summer of Love 2, and then the Summer of George.
And 500 days of summer.
I
Summer
remember
love
something
and it
I
happened
learned
so
like
fast.
2 months ago related to LSD. That like back then, 80% of or something like 80% of all LSD was made by like two
One-
guys.
yeah.
And,
What's his name? Timothy Leary? Is that right?
But then they got caught at the
Oh
border.
yeah.
Kevin
And
O'Leary.
then-
But one guy made like 1.2 million hits of
Dennis
ecstasy
Leary.
or of LSD.
Yeah.
Like
I can
he,
see Dennis O'Leary selling LSD.
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary, whatever.
You're thinking like O'Leary, the guy, the
Kevin.
really mean
Yeah,
guy.
Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah. Dennis Quaid.
Like the Land O'Leary.
what a cat! Yeah, it was like because it paused like meow, meow,
The cat likes something. It's all right.
it just like rolls over and like meow.
That'd be horrifying.
Meow.
That'd be great.
Okay, I watched the
Meow.
movie. Mulholland Drive. I watched Mulholland Drive, which is a David
would say,
Lynch
yeah.
film,
Yeah.
and it was like it's all kind
Isn't
of like
he a
it's very
racist?
abstract.
Everything
No.
David Lynch makes is weird.
What,
It's weird
His name's
and-
Lynch?
Yeah. Oh, I got it. It's like abstract and weird, but like it's supposed to be like really unnerving. But the one thing that scared the shit out of me, like in this movie, was like there was just an image where it shows like a brown paper bag, and then it shows an old couple, like it like shrunken walking out of this paper bag, and it's supposed to be abstract imagery, but it freaked me the fuck out. And it was like it was like if you were high watching this movie, you would like lose your shit because it's like they're like speedy and they're like speaking in squeaky voices and they're like really smiling and they're characters from early in the film. It's tough to explain without context, but it freaked me out.
So we should just
And
watch
it
the
was
movie.
very unnerving.
Cool.
I guess it's a good
That's like a
movie.
Eraserhead. It's fucking weird.
I haven't seen. It's the only Lynch film I've seen now. Is
Eraserhead's weird.
Lynch is bad.
There's like this fucked up baby and shit. It's what.
Yeah, after we finish the podcast, we could watch this feminist film from like the 70s, I think. It's called Asparagus, and it's about like the patriarchy and stuff.
Okay.
And so the asparagus is like super phallic, and it starts with this woman sitting down and shitting things of asparagus into a toilet, and then it ends with her filleting an asparagus, and every time she comes up, it turns into something else. And so one time it's like a waterfall, and then another time it's like candy and stuff.
So it's very metaphorical and
Yeah.
like hippie inspired.
That's very
That sounds
strange.
crazy. That sounds
it's
interesting.
insane, yeah.
It's artistically
Sounds terrible.
interesting.
no, it sounds great.
Yes.
Dude, animation's fucking crazy.
Oh, it's animated.
Yeah, it's
Of
animated.
course.
I was like,
Damn.
I didn't think it was animated.
It's
It's
actually
actually
shit.
shit.
No, it's
Asparagus.
totally animated.
Dang it.
Just a fucking skittle.
You wanted to see someone shitting asparagus?
I thought it was like a true photo.
We've seen
Like,
worse. We've
practical
seen gummy
effects and
bears.
everything.
We've seen a boxing
Oh,
bag.
the gummy worms.
The gummy bear- and then
ball.
remember the one where like there was a hand all the way up, and then she like moved her stuff.
Yeah, that one's
Okay,
fun. I like
I
that.
actually had a like a Tinder date that wasn't really a date because
You just
we
fisted
ended up
her
hanging
butt?
out and we started
the
talking
comments.
about e-fucks videos we watched.
That's hype. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was what was so good.
Some
Just
of them
like,
are classic.
Speaking of fisting, they're in the
okay.
in the Edmonton Sun. My sister took some photos and like she has them on her phone. She's got.
Oh, for
I gotta
context,
get
is this important to establish
It's a
the
very
context
bad
of
newspaper.
Edmonton Sun as being a very biased conservative news thing that
No.
sucks?
Is it
It's
conservative?
reliable.
I'm pretty sure it's liberal.
It's just a bad newspaper.
Yeah,
it's a bad newspaper.
It's a tabloid.
Yeah, it's
The
pretty-
Sun Girl's nice. That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
She's so mad. I can Google poop girl
Some of them
and
are
find
good.
a more attractive female on average than that.
Yeah.
And it's poop girl. Well, on average, yeah. But occasionally, the Edmonton Sun has a nice
It's the same poop girl every day.
Okay, continue your story.
Wait, now she's cooking asparagus sometimes. so, there's a case up right now where a trucker, which is I guess a little known fact, is like a lot of serial killers are truckers.
Yeah.
Is that
Is that little known?
It's a little bit
No, that's the perfect trucker.
Well, that's because they're like always everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a perfect career for a serial
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah.
Truckers.
Yeah, no.
Also, serial killers are weird and they keep to themselves. Believe it or not. Like,
Actually, well, not Ted Bundy.
Anyway.
little known fact.
So there's a
He
current
was weird,
thing
he
going
didn't
on
keep himself.
where there was a death and the guy was being charged of murder. Okay, and this is straight up real shit. And
I thought it was fake shit.
there was it was death. The prosecuting force is arguing that the man had stabbed the prostitute in the vagina a bunch of times, whereas the defense was arguing that he had fisted her. To a certain degree, and this article was like on the front page of her fucking crime section. And Edmonton Sun was in. I gotta get this shit. This is real, documented, public release shit. And they had it was like that for some reason the impounding force, the blunt trauma, had created like it wasn't like observant of like stab wounds the way that like they were
like
getting
embolism
So it was some CSI shit. That like it wasn't like I can imagine
They
like,
like open up her
episode,
vagina like.
like how they look it was on the Edmonton Sun.
yeah, I think I saw her. I think she came to the.
She died!
She's a ghost, right?
Yeah,
it's a murder
case. She's dead. And
what's
right
funny?
now that's a current debate going
Yeah, and you
on.
brought up CSI. The like one of the
Look up-
like
I'll
3
text my sister.
CSI episodes I ever watched was literally like it was about the murder of a guy with Down syndrome,
Oh.
and then the thing he says at the end, I shit you not, was like the definition of the word retarded is held back. So the guy who gets caught, he's like, looks like your life's about to be retarded. Like, I'm fucking serious. This is a real thing. Like, this seems like a parody thing on CSI.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you reading it right now?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay, read it out.
So he killed a prostitute by.
Allegedly.
They're trying to figure out. Well, I guess he's admitted that he was part of it. So
Of course.
it's like
He's like still got her on his
it's
head.
like
I was there. I was
It's like
there.
you're pumping it up. I was like, I'd like to call my next witness, the murder victim. She's like, oh, you know he didn't kill me. It's oh, he's my best friend. We're dating. Oh, can you swear on this Bible? And he like just flops.
Okay, so the prosecution is arguing that they stabbed, Brad stabbed Cindy in the vagina with a sharp-edged instrument, or he sexually assaulted her without consent.
I think he sexually assaulted her either way.
Defense says
I think stabbing her in the vagina constitutes
it
sexual
was
assault.
an accidental death that was the result of a consensual episode of fisting. There's some more stuff.
But no, should there be a point where if you're fisting someone's vagina and she's like, oh my god, please stop?
Yeah.
You just go,
killing
this is really
He's also
doing
been
it
on-
for me.
He's been on E-Fuck.
Testifying in his own defense, Brad told the jury that he met...
It's totally consensual.
that he met her at a hotel and hired her for sexual services. He said he never intended to hurt her and denied putting a sharp-edged instrument inside her vagina. He said he had inserted his left hand inside her
left,
and
guys.
found a lot of blood on it when he withdrew it. He said he then fell asleep.
Wait, what?
Then he went to the bathroom the next morning and there was blood everywhere.
Yeah.
What?
He said he panicked after using a towel to clean off his bloody feet and floor and touching her and finding
His
her
bloody
cold.
feet?
He
Was
grabbed
kicking
his
her?
stuff and left.
Yeah, this doesn't hold up.
You gotta go knee deep in those bitches.
God, I think it was.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's basically it.
Yeah,
Jesus
was
Christ.
that in Edmonton or what was that?
Yeah, it was like West Side.
West Side Edmonton. Yeah, that's a big story.
He's just like, I don't know, man. I fell asleep and then
Yeah,
I left.
I fisted her. She started bleeding everywhere. I went to sleep, and then she was gone, but
I
then
have
blood everywhere.
narcolepsy.
I have narcolepsy.
No, I pass out when I see blood.
Ah, shit! Stop it.
Get this.
She was flicking the lights and I was in her. Man.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, what's the thing where you fall asleep and the lights go off?
Clapper?
Fuck.
That's not a thing. That's
Where you fall asleep when lights
That's
go
not a
off.
thing.
Is that not a thing?
That's
I thought
not a
that
thing.
was.
No, narcolepsy is where you just randomly fall asleep.
Oh, I thought there was one where
When
it's
you
like if it's
fall asleep,
dark,
the
you all of a
lights
sudden.
go off.
It's
No.
called being human.
It's called being a parrot.
Oh.
Oh my god, is he a parrot?
Yeah. With my left claw.
He's a bird with arms. He's got like one fist.
No, he's got a parrot. He's got a parrot.
Even the parrot's testifying.
Yeah, the parrot's speaking for the girl. I
The parrot's on her shoulder. And the parrot's like, she's like, oh, I know it. Like, you gotta start,
Her hand is in the parrot.
And then there's just a wooden dummy under him.
And then there's a bald dude. There's a bald dude holding him up.
Oh my god.
In a giant
Okay.
jar.
That'd be the greatest murder trial of all time.
So speaking of parrots, I probably never told you guys about the crazy parrot guy. Okay, so there's this guy, and he works at a place he calls the Parrot Sanctuary.
Is it a real
sanctuary?
place?
It's somewhere in BC, and he just a guy who loves parrots, and so he has a parrot sanctuary. So we went there, assuming it'd be cool because it's a bunch of parrots. And we walk in, and they all look demented because most of them rip their own feathers out. So it's a bunch of bald parrots, which are really creepy, and they're squawking and screaming, and they're just the creepiest things ever.
He's just giving the parrots like DMT all day long. The parrots are just high off
The guy comes like wandering out of his hole. And he's this kind of chubby, short guy who's got like a bit of a deformed face, and he's got a little limp, and he's got weird fingers. Turns out he's missing fingers. And he's like, welcome to the Parrot Sanctuary.
Are you describing that guy from Scary Movie 2?
That sounds like a weird place you come across in an RPG game.
Yeah, like Fallout. In my head, I
Parrot
was like,
Sanctuary, and you're like, something's really not right. And you find out he's actually like murdering children and turning them into parrots or some crazy shit.
Plus, there's a dead horse outside, but that's irrelevant.
Was there?
Yeah, it was
how is
irrelevant.
that irrelevant? How is that irrelevant?
No, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
No, it's not a horse. It's not an elephant.
Exactly. We're parrot. But anyway, we're inside with the parrots, and the only parrot I remember was Ducky, because Ducky was completely bald, and he would squawk
just
at
a
everything, and he was trying to chomp at the cage. And so we're naturally like, okay, we'll check out these parrots, even though he's a little bit creepy. And I was probably only about 10 years old. And so we're walking around looking at parrots.
Your parents took you here?
Yeah, I was with my parents.
They were trying to kill him to that guy so he could kill him.
And so we're walking around, and then I'm looking at parrots, and I probably put my fingers somewhat close to the cage, but like it's not like I stuck my finger in. He's
That's
like,
why his name's Robin. His name was Robin before them. They swapped him with the bird. They're not the real Robin.
not a bird. So I put my finger kind of close, and he's like, "Hey, don't put your fingers near the cage." And I was like, "Okay," and he's like, "Otherwise, this will happen." And he shows me his fingers, and he's missing fingers. I was like, "Whoa, one of the birds did that?" And he goes, "No." No, and he's just like, no, let me explain what happened. So I was in my workshop, and I chopped it off with a table saw, right? And I was like, this is bad, so I bandaged it up.
I fell asleep.
I bandaged it up, and I was in real pain, so I went and I saw my
You're
parents.
supposed to fake pain.
And he's like, and I'm telling you the 100% truth here, one of them came to me and he went, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yes, I'm okay."
That's
Now, I was thinking,
that guy's a straight up murderer.
First of all, why didn't you go to the hospital? You're now missing fingers.
He has to go to the parents.
Second of all, you're a liar. Your parent didn't say that.
fucked up this girl.
And, yeah,
Hey, he was delusional because he's lost a lot of blood.
I guess, yeah. And then we were about to
That's a
leave,
fucking-
and he wanted us to take pictures of the parrots, and he tried to get me to come sit on his lap. And that's when my dad's like, "No," he like picks me up, and we get out of there, and we never return to the parrot sanctuary.
Thank
Don't
you.
go
We
there.
gotta go.
Abop story time, episode 9. That's
We
exactly.
should go back to the parrot sanctuary.
Never go to the parrot
Guarantee
sanctuary.
it's just a bunch of parrot skeletons in like this old abandoned house.
And a rotten horse skeleton.
Yeah. And then like this really fucked up murderer like chasing you around. We could make a video. GoPro.
Yo, speaking
GoPro.
of
It's like
elephants-
we're praying like GoPro. It's like praise to GoPro.
Sorry, what?
I was gonna say, speaking of elephants, in the
Because they're relevant.
yeah, there you go.
That's what it is.
In
We have
the
the worst segues.
in the
Speaking of fisting,
okay, in the 15th or 16th century, there was a Pope
That's a long
Pope
time.
Leo
to
the
play.
X, right around the Protestant
Did he win an
Revolution,
Oscar?
right?
He was an elephant.
No, he owned an elephant. They got him an albino elephant.
He owned it like online.
Yeah.
Like elephant, you're a
You
loser.
suck.
no 360, no scope. 1v1 IRL.
Owned an elephant.
But no, they brought an albino elephant to Italy, and then they trained it so that when people showed up to his parties and shit, it would like spray them with water. And
Cool.
it was like
Black water?
it sounded like the coolest elephant, and it was called Hanno, Hanno. And so it got sick one day, and the elephant physicians, who were a real thing, their only job was to take care of this fucking elephant. And they were like, "All right, he's sick. We think he's constipated. We need to feed him something to make him poop."
Quick question.
Yes.
Were there certain doctors that were dedicated to focusing on maintaining the skin of this elephant? And were they pachydermatologists?
I'm gonna say yes.
How dare you? That's a terrible joke.
That's good.
But so the thing they thought to feed him to make him better was feeding him gold laxatives. So they fed him gold. They just made him eat gold, and then he fucking died. They made an elephant eat gold.
And the Vatican has been closed since then. And rumors say there's the ghost of Hanno.
So do they call people who do maintenance on like stuffed like models of animals taxidermatologists?
Well, they call him Freddy.
What are you doing?
One too far.
I wanted
to bite off
be in
the
the
Do
show.
you guys know Tycho Brahe, right? Like who
Yeah,
he was?
the geography. No,
No, he's
sorry.
an astronomer.
He
Astronomer.
got his nose cut off and then replaced it with the
The
lead
person,
one.
he had a
Killed
pet
him.
moose that he got drunk with,
Oh.
and then the moose died by falling down the stairs.
Oh shit! He failed.
Yeah,
He got down the stairs!
pregnant.
I fucking fell asleep. Didn't I?
got black
And the
eyes.
moose comes and he's like, Tycho, I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh. Yeah, that's just my favorite fact. Is he had a pet moose that he got drunk with on like casks of wine.
Didn't he get poisoned by his
His
like?
nose was made of lead and it gave him lead.
Oh,
poisoning.
okay, all right.
Or was he the one who died in a duel?
Nope.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that. Look it up.
But didn't Teddy Roosevelt own like bears and crocodiles and stuff?
No,
Probably.
Teddy Roosevelt refused to kill a bear. He was supposed to kill a bear for a promotion.
Because it was his own kind. Because he's a.
That's actually what
I
it
saw
was.
that.
That's why they were never named teddy bears before. It was just he was
Oh,
Teddy.
shit.
And then he refused to kill a bear, and they started making stuffed
Sounds
bears
made
based
up.
off it. It sounds made up. Completely true.
Everything's made up.
Wow.
Whoa.
Life is
That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, that's why they're named teddy bears, because Teddy Roosevelt wouldn't kill a bear.
Oh shit.
Teddy
That's
Roosevelt
what I
also got
learned.
shot in the middle of a speech, and then continued the speech.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's
Oh, yeah, I learned that
That's
this
Andrew
week.
Jackson.
Yeah.
No, Andrew
Oh,
Jackson
shit,
got shot in a
shit.
duel and then killed the guy who he was dueling.
Oh, and
Teddy
then
Roosevelt
swore
got
a lot.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt got shot.
Eat a
during-
parrot! Andrew Jackson ate a parrot!
That's what I learned this week. I saw a post the other day that said that. I
Yeah,
was like,
Teddy
oh,
Roosevelt's
cool.
a badass. As is Andrew Jackson. He's just a crazy badass.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson had like crazy eyes.
No, they're both alive still.
Was.
No, they're both.
No,
one's
he's not a
still
badass
alive.
anymore. He's still alive. He's just not a badass.
He's calmed down over the years.
He just like his
Now he
really
has
old man. He's
polio.
like, good night, eh?
He's a parrot now.
Good night, eh? We murdered Mexicans for fun. And they're like, yeah, we still do that. Thanks, Obama.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I swear to God, he said that.
I'm okay.
Rock on.
I'd have a pet parrot. Or a pet monkey.
No.
I don't like pets very much. There's one pet I've
No.
ever liked, and it wasn't my own
Hedgehogs.
I've had a hamster poop out its
Sonic the Hedgehog.
some sort
That
of
isn't
digestive
Mario.
system.
A side thing that no one's gonna hear. I had a hamster poop out. It's like, you know, in digestive system.
Like
It's like so like off the cuff. It's like, you know, they're like, yeah, I didn't have pets. Yo, it's a good pet. I just had a hamster that pooped out his digestive system.
Was he trying to lift weights like really hard?
Oh.
My mom,
Bro, that's right.
his name was TK, off of like a Digimon character.
Yeah.
Oh.
a kid.
Yeah.
That
And
explains
my
it.
mom found it one day, and like it's like something like the organs were underneath it.
I think
On the
your mom
outside.
stepped on
No,
this
no.
hamster.
Yeah.
In the
And,
cage.
and then she just told him he just pooped out his.
No, it's-
I don't know what happened.
Pooped out his
So my mom's a liar. Oh, fuck.
All parents
You know,
are
that was
liars.
probably the fourth hamster, and he didn't even
No,
know.
that was the first Oh shit! No, we straight up had like 8 hamsters in my lifetime. We kill a lot of hamsters.
Did you actually?
You just called the hamster.
I had straight up like I had.
Dude,
7
okay, I saw a
hamsters.
gif of like some girl putting it like a hamster on an exercise ball and just dropping it in the hamster.
Oh,
and
it's
it
Thing's dead.
goes, dead, so dead.
We had a gerbil one point. Gerbils are not.
What's the
fun.
difference between a gerbil and a hamster?
Gerbils
Gerbils
are
are
crack.
smaller and they go
Cocaine.
up almost butts.
Gerbils are on crack.
Wow.
What's his name? Richard.
In from South Park.
Nixon?
No, the guy who stuck his gerbil up his butt. Richard Gere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the character
The
himself.
actor?
The
Yeah, he
real
had a
person,
gerbil up his butt.
Yep.
Really?
He put
Yeah.
a gerbil in his butt.
That didn't actually happen.
He
Yes,
put
it
a
did.
gerbil up his butt.
It straight up did.
Yep.
Very much did happen.
When and where?
I don't know in his
The
butt.
butt.
Oh, you're gonna set your time machine. You're gonna set your fucking time. I must go to 1986.
I must go to 1986 to just turn into a
I
robot.
can't imagine what it feels like to have like an eel
Really,
or something
really,
in your butt.
really good.
Yeah, when it's,
Really
like,
good.
really on your prostate. And it's like,
Well, it's like, you know when you
divine.
stick like corn on the cob up your butt. It probably just feels like
Yeah, yeah.
Except
Yeah,
alive
yeah, yeah.
and scratchy.
Yeah.
The whiskers are real nice.
And if it's an eel,
They
it
have
will like
whiskers,
shock
right?
you.
Dude, I want to eel in my butt.
Corn on the cob, yeah.
I want an octopus.
They kind of do
Did we
though.
watch
Yeah.
an eel in an
Like a
ass
little
video?
stream.
Yeah, we watched the eel
We watched
thing.
several eels. We watched
Well, 'cause
many
it was like,
eels in an ass. It was- Yeah, that was fucked up.
What? Eels in the butt.
The eels in
go
the butt.
round and round. Why were there eels in a butt?
I don't know, we can
Someone
find
put
it.
eels
in the butt.
The
No,
eels.
that's
It
not.
was like
It was E-Fox, wasn't it?
yeah. It was it's like an Asian late night show where they just do fucked up shit to girls who desperately need the money.
No,
That's
fair
the
enough.
my
version
kind
I
of
got.
TV.
There's a Chinese show where it's like they interview guys right before they get executed,
Shit.
straight up, and they're like,
Do they show the execution?
no, they just like walk
Yeah, no
off,
time.
and they're like,
Yeah, that's cool.
What if you got like the munchies so bad, you're like, dude, I really want this one particular food. I'm gonna go commit a crime and get sentenced to death so I can get that requested for my last
Like
meal.
2 years later.
Shut up.
You know what I request for my last meal? I make rib and a shamrock shake. Because they're never available at the same time.
Just like a-
I want
They
a
show
pardon,
him
a pardon
McRib
from the
and
governor, but then you have to eat it.
So it's no good anymore. It's gonna execute. It's gonna execute it. Also, we don't have governors in Canada or capital punishments.
Request a turkey that's gonna get a pardon on Thanksgiving. You eat the turkey, you get pardoned. Boom. Life
Well, what if
ends.
you poop before the pardon happens?
You know.
Because you poop out the pardon, and they pardon your poop.
The poop doesn't get
They
executed.
take your
Like,
poop out of the
Obama's like, this poop that was the turkey we were going to pardon is now being pardoned.
There's a
What if
dude
you
on
can
death.
request yourself? Well, maybe if you can use.
and then you suck your own dick.
That's your distance now. You have to like hack off bits of yourself and eat
If you
yourself
eat
now.
yourself, do you double in size or do you disappear?
Oh, my hamster shit out its digestive system.
Didn't eat it after though.
No, it's dead. It's dead.
I mean, yeah, there was a guy on death row who just requested like the most unbelievable fancy meal possible, the greatest stuff, so many of it, and then just didn't eat it.
Because he's a jerk.
He got last meals like abolished
Yeah.
for all.
Well, not
death row-
abolished, but it's within reason.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
like
you
all
can't
death
get
row inmates
whatever.
can't have whatever you want.
No,
anymore.
what a jerk! He ruined
I know.
everybody else.
Exactly.
All the other murderers.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're falsely accused.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes.
Like only 99%.
But there was a guy too who ordered like, I just want to give pizza to the homeless. And they were like, no. Didn't let him.
They're like,
I know,
no,
yeah.
death. It's right to death for you. How dare you try to
Shot him in the cell. Like, he's just like waiting for his last meal. I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna just show him like kick him like a shoot him in the back of the head.
I'm like Death Row. Imagine if Death Row was like a lot cooler, so it was like
It's pretty
Death
cool.
Row Records.
No.
Stop it! It's constant. Anytime you open your mouth,
He just very excited.
stop spitting on me.
Sleeves.
I'm with Robin
Yeah,
on
wear
this one. Wear
sleeves.
sleeves.
Connor. This is your fault. Really? What do you think about
Say it's
it?
my fault because it's what I'm wearing. That's the patriarchy.
Yeah.
This is rape culture. This.
That couch.
That's why it's a cool show.
Patriarchy's cool.
Hey, sorry, who was talking? You
Well, I was
that's
gonna say-
pretty cool.
Oh yeah, if they made it like they could get killed at any time. So like instead of like
Like a reality
Like
show.
at any point, any time.
yeah, it's like man, I gotta vote Richard off the island, or it's like, or they could do some cool shit with it if they want to make some money.
Like, yeah, whoever gets voted off gets
a bunch of
put to
death
Yeah,
row
pretty much
people
trying to
on an
last
island
or,
to survive.
or there could be like you know when they find like
That's
the
called death race.
what's it called in Survivor when they have like
Immunity idol?
immunity idol? What if it's like a gun?
A gun with one bullet.
If you win
no
the
challenge,
challenge,
yeah,
like
gun with
survival,
one
it's like they
bullet.
just give you a
So you
gun
can-
if you
you
win.
just
You can line
Take out-
people up though, but
Yeah.
people should be smart enough not
But
to
you,
line
no
up.
one in the cell, like in any inmates, know that they're all gonna die. Like no matter if you win or
They're
not.
all gonna die.
Yeah, so it's
That's a
like,
very nihilistic game, and
There
I
should
like
be
it.
one winner
I think we
who
should
doesn't
play
die.
We should start our own
But then
country.
he dies later.
Yeah, that-
No, the guy who doesn't die gets like his last meal before he dies. Everyone else gets to start.
Well, everyone else gets murdered by the other guys,
Sure.
and or random happenstance.
I like that. We should.
Sounds like the Hunger
You know,
Games.
I think we
Fun
pitch
for them to
that
be
and be
class
like,
Sounds like Battle
matches or
Royale.
something.
Pitch that idea.
pitch that idea, be like, thanks, Obama.
Dude, people watch that shit.
I know, it's kind of weird.
Actually,
I would
really
watch
I would watch that.
It
Yeah.
sounds really interesting right now.
I would host that. Can I host it?
Yeah, you can host it, be like, well, but it's gonna be like really gentle and like classic. Like, hey,
The hardest
Just like a
problem-
Mr. Rogers
Yeah, I
character.
think you can miss
Welcome
one.
back to
hey,
Death
welcome
Row.
to Death Row. Hey, welcome, and I'm gonna just tell you to maybe get your kids.
That's a great
That's
Roger.
That's
sounds like a George Bush impression.
Yeah, that was.
It's like George Bush plus Christopher Walken plus Captain Kirk
Yeah.
just take your kids away from the TV and
plus
Your
Johnny
kids away
Carson.
from the TV.
get ready for a ride. And they have all the inmates are like wearing suits and like what's his name's there, the guy from Apprentice.
Carrot
Nick
Top.
Cannon.
Snoop Dogg.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is there.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
You just get bad out of hell the whole time.
Yeah. And the prison guards are celebrities.
Okay, now you're going off the rails.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
That's it. We're good.
Every
Picks the previous idea.
Pirates.
What, the movie?
Anybody?
Like the porno?
The most expensive porno ever made.
Pirates 2, Steak Nutty's Revenge.
I bought Sid Meier's Pirates, but I haven't played it yet.
Such a great game. I love that
it.
game. That game is awesome.
It's like $2.
Yeah,
pirate
dude. We play that.
No,
we
I'm
play
going
at the same time.
Ha!
That's the same damn time.
Yes, it's such
You
a good
mean-
game.
Soon.
R.
Oh, it'd be the
He
sea.
wants to reschedule to the next week.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
And I have to too, because I'm going to see my dad that weekend.
Cool.
We should end the podcast.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place now.
Let's just bring it back to its origin.
Parrots.
Parrot Sanctuary, Death Row.
Smule.